I am straight up not having a great week. This is our first week here in France and everybody else is having a good time but me. I had a disaster happen to my Instagram social media account. As soon as I changed my SIM card on my phone to a French one provided by my brother-in-law, it's been so nice that like immediately he got us SIM cards. He works for one of the big French mobile companies, so he was able to hook us up with SIM cards very quickly. And as soon as I swapped my SIM card and tried to log into Instagram picked up that I was at the wrong location and my Instagram account was attached to my Canadian phone number. They decided that I was probably being hacked and they completely disabled my account and I can't get back in. And you would think, right, like it's just a social media account. It actually means a lot to me because I've made a lot of friends there and a lot of friends want to know how we're doing, to catch up with us, and my account just disappeared. I can't update anybody on anything. I can't really explain why it just disappeared to anybody who's interested. So some of my friends are finding me through like email and Facebook and things like that, but it's just been really sad for me that I have lost just the only outlet for me to share with people. I do have my YouTube, but again, it's not as active for me as being on Instagram, unfortunately. So I'm really sad. I'm trying to get it back, but Instagram is notorious for not getting back to people on any support questions. So I'm just waiting it out, trying to let go and enjoy the little things, but I'm really struggling. We're staying at an Airbnb right here in Normandy. It's really lovely. I don't know if I can show you the whole thing. I might show you around, but it's full of our mess now and suitcases everywhere. We're not unpacking because we are waiting to have a COVID test done, Ollie and I. The kids are not required to have a COVID test done, so we're not gonna force them to do that. If they were sick, we'd be sick by now. And also we're thinking we'd be sick by now if we caught anything on the airplane. We got a test done right before, like less than 24 hours before we were flying. But then on the airplane, I was sitting like shoulder to shoulder to other people. And it was busy at the airports, and we were in a taxi with a driver of the taxi here in France. So there were possibilities of us catching something, but we don't go out anywhere right now, so we're staying really safe. We're staying inside, and Ollie's mom lives like 10-minute drive down the road from here, or 5-minute drive, and she brings us food and nappies for Anais and things like that, which is so nice. But still we can't really go out. We're very lucky that this Airbnb has a garden, so the kids at least have some outside time and enjoying playing outside, like taking care of the flowers here and other plants. But we found a mouse. Always eventful with us. Ollie just got rid of a mouse. Oh my god, it just literally fell from somewhere on the stairs onto the couch. This is such a lovely Airbnb, and I can't understand where it came from. Tessa was walking upstairs and I had something flopping on the couch here, and I looked at it and it looked like a little toy dangling that the kids might have, but I did not know what kind of toy it was. So I looked closer and it was a mouse. Oh my god. I can't believe that on our first full day in France. Jesus. I heard something plopping on the couch and I thought it was one of the girls' toys, and I'm looking on the couch and it's like moving like this. I'm like, the girls don't have any toys like this. Upon closer inspection, I realized it was a mouse, and I screamed so loud. Ollie was like, what's happening? I'm like, there's a mouse, there's a mouse. So he got that mouse, like covered it in a box, put a lid of the box underneath and took it out, just like kind of placed it carefully behind the fence in the garden. But we thought that was it, but now we hear them in the walls everywhere. We contacted the lady that owns this Airbnb. She had no idea. She had people staying here right before us and nobody said anything. And we are having this issue and we keep hearing them in like the ceilings. And there's a bedroom upstairs where I was sleeping with the girls. I don't want to leave them alone. Not because of the mouse, but because of the jet lag, which was also another thing that's been quite hard. They sometimes wake up at like, we put them to bed at 10 because they don't want to go to bed earlier, and then they wake up again at midnight because they weren't down for the night. It was just kind of a nap for them. So I'm up with them from midnight, sometimes till 3, sometimes till 6. The first night was really hard, and we didn't hear any mice. And then it started as soon as that mouse fell. We started hearing them in the ceilings and in the walls. So we swapped bedrooms with Ollie, and last night was the first night when I was actually sleeping properly, because the night before I was up from 11. I don't think I fell asleep before then, and I was up till 5 because I kept hearing them in the ceilings and in the walls, and I'm like, what if one of them just falls on top of the kids or me, or I don't know. It was horrible. So I am not doing great. Ollie slept there yesterday and he was like, yeah, I hear them, but whatever, I'm just gonna sleep. So he slept and I can't sleep. I can't access things that are familiar to me. We're in this self-isolation. We only have a couple of days left until we have the test booked. I understand how fortunate and privileged we are for having moved with a French person here. Ollie used to live here. He still has some of his like health numbers and all that stuff, and we'll have to apply for something, but he's taking care of everything, so I don't have to call anyone. And with my extremely broken French, trying to explain myself, but I also don't have a chance to talk to anybody, even with my broken French. So it's been kind of very lonely and weird this week. I'm hoping things will start picking up, because our test is booked for Friday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. We're hoping to get the results on Saturday and then get Ollie's mum's car to take us to her place where we will be staying. In Calgary, for this amount of bread and pastries, last time Ollie paid about $70, 12.50 euros, 2 baguettes, 2 croissants, I think, 2 parmesan. Don't know what that is. What is this? Eclair. 2? Okay. And we have a bread here. €12.50. Amazing. Right now there is no domestic travel in France until I think May 3rd. I think it was supposed to be until April 26th, but they moved it another week, so we won't be able to go anywhere to find a rental just yet. So we'll wait until then. We're gonna book the flights to go where we need to go, Ollie and I. And the girls will stay with my mother-in-law for a few days, I don't know. And if we manage to find something, great, we'll fly back, we'll sign some papers, whatever, and when we can move, we'll move. So it's kind of, this limbo is not being very pleasant, but we knew that would happen. We knew that the self-isolation would happen. What we didn't know is a lot of these things that happen, like the mouse and my Instagram account. It's not just a way for me to keep in touch with my friends, it's also my income. I don't think I would be getting any income like right now, just after having moved here. but still it was something that I worked really hard towards. So losing it just like that because I swapped SIM cards is really frustrating, and I don't want to start from scratch because it's extremely difficult to grow on Instagram. If anybody has Instagram and is trying to grow right now, I'm not envious, and I really don't want to start it again. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait and see what Instagram decides. If anything, I've been in touch with them so many times and I can't seem to get any answer from them. So yeah, it's been not a great week for me. I'm hoping for better times. I'm hoping we'll be able to go to like a supermarket or something. I really want to just be out and see what's out there. The Airbnb provided us with a lot of food, like we have pasta and like all the condiments and olive oil and all the things that we need, rice, all the stuff. And Ollie's mom just like filled the whole fridge for us, so that's been really great to have all the French food, and it's been amazing. But we also want to be out, especially when Ollie's mom comes over and like stands by the window outside and just like waves at the kids, and you can see that they're all very sad because they just want to cuddle and go play together and all that stuff. But this self-isolation, like there's no way around it, and I'm not breaking the rules. I just don't want to cause any waves here, especially coming from Canada when it's in full-on third wave right now. What if we caught something without knowing and we came here and just brought it all here? I don't want to be the reason for that. So we're just gonna stay put, do our test. When the test is negative, we'll come out and join the family and join the community right here in Normandy for now, and then hopefully we'll get to move where we want to settle. Would be nice to do it around May-June time, because it would be nice to explore the area, find out which school the girls will be going to, and start in September with a brand new school for them. The girls, it's really strange, they just started talking like 50-50 in French and English. They didn't want to speak French to me before, and now they're like saying words and even sentences in French, which is really fun. It's interesting to see what the French schools taught them in Canada, so that's been really good for them, beneficial. And then whatever time they will spend with Mamie, Ollie's mum, it will be so good for them, and they will be pretty much ready for school in September. I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't bring any good news to you guys. It's been a really rough week for me. Again, Ollie's doing fine. He restarted working straight away. He's doing okay. The kids are doing fine, even though they can't come out. We have this lovely garden, and there are things to do. Grandma brought them like coloring books and Play-Doh and stuff like that. Lots of dollies, lots of toys. So they're not bad. It's just me. I've lost a lot of stuff in one day. And then this mouse is freaking me out. So yeah, I'm hoping next week will be a bit better, and I want to keep filming this journey, even the bad stuff, just so we can remember what it was like. It wasn't easy, but also a lot easier than it could have been if we were moving, let's say, to Switzerland during this massive wave of COVID again. Who knows, like what would we eat? How would we even go out to shops and things like that to buy food or necessary things? It would be really impossible, I think. So yeah, we've been very lucky that we get help here. Ollie speaks French. Ollie arranges everything. He's like in contact with rental agencies and medical people and all the things that we need for life. He's trying to buy a car as well. It's not coming anytime soon, but we don't need one right now because we can't travel. So like domestic travel is limited to 10 kilometers radius, so that's great. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on May 3rd, if the flights are restarted, and maybe we can go and see some places. or we can drive. Depends on what's happening in France. For now, everything is pretty much closed, even though there's a lot of people out and about, but I probably will go into work. Yeah, where we are now is really nice. It's like 15 degrees. What we've noticed is how green everything is. Look at those trees and grass. Everything is so beautiful and a lot greener than it was in Calgary when we were leaving. Calgary will catch up, but it's green right now. Like all the flowers blossom. It's beautiful and not very cold, even though we ride by the sea. Yeah, that's about all I wanted to tell you in this video. It's kind of a downer, but what you gonna do? It's real life. I wanted to share the whole journey. It's not all easy, but again, could have been a lot worse without Ollie knowing the language and knowing how to sort things out, and having his family bringing us food and looking after us. That's been really, really nice. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you for joining me for this video. Give it a big like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys next time.